Okay, hi. My name is Janae Hartley, and I've chosen to do a little presentation on adoption caseworkers. The example organization that I found was the LDS Family Services, and they have a branch or a location, an office in Idaho Falls, Idaho, just 30 minutes from Rexburg. Although the organization itself is a large organization and spans places across the world, the office itself is a smaller, closer-knit office, so that's kind of what the working environment is like. I didn't know anyone personally in this field, but I've enjoyed researching it. So another thing regarding the environment of this job, because this specific one that I found is an LDS organization, I feel that they do focus on trying to make it family friendly, within reason of completing the tasks that are required. You have to be on call oftentimes, and so you kind of have to work around the schedules of the families that you're working with. And I mean, it makes sense. It's what you're doing. You're working with families that are dealing with adoption, and they sometimes just need to come first because their situation is a little more in limbo than yours often is. And let's see, some of the typical stressors that I've found just kind of in reading up on it is it's an emotionally charged and draining job. You're dealing with lots of different situations, good and bad, and so you are often kind of thrown from one end of the spectrum to the other. You're on call, like I mentioned before, which can sometimes be stressful when it comes to your time and time with family. And then you do sometimes have to spend time away for trainings or meetings in order to stay up to date on what's going on. Some of the typical benefits, I couldn't find any specific ones for this position, at least not for this one that I was researching, but in general it seems that the benefits tend to be based on whether you're full-time or part-time, and full-time employees will often receive at least minimal health insurance benefits, and then they have often an option for setting up retirement benefits, like a 401k or something like that, and then other things like dental and eye and things like that. So it kind of just really depends on where you are and what that state kind of has to offer. Some of the job tasks, there was a long list that I found, but some of them include providing training for adoptive parents, doing adoptive home studies and follow-ups with those families, aiding and assisting the adoptive parents when it comes to understanding open adoptions if they're in one of those, or the relationships that that child may have with biological family members. And then they'll write and revise policies, they'll maintain records, and do different finalization services when it comes to the adoptions and processing them. And then they'll often attend, pertinent meetings and conferences that will help them and help the families that they're working with. Some of the educational requirements, you have to have a bachelor's in a social services degree. Oftentimes they do look for social work degrees, but it kind of depends on your experience and what you've done. And then you have to be licensed, but the requirements for that differ by state. And then you can also get a master's, which will increase your pay scale, but in general, the average starting salary is around $30,000 to $31,000 a year, and then the experience salary ranges anywhere from $46,000 to $48,000 a year, and that's when you have about 10 to 19 years of experience. An interesting fact that I found is people who have more than 20 years of experience actually usually get paid a couple thousand less than those who are in that 10 to 19 year range. I don't know why that is, but it's just something that's trended that they've noticed and noted on their sites that I was looking at. And then just lastly, the job can be stressful and it can be time consuming. but it's also a very emotionally rewarding job, and it's satisfying to see these children and find families, and these families who have been wanting children to finally get that and just have that final piece in their lives. And so, yeah, that's my presentation. Thanks for watching.